Hey, well, I'm gonna put this video up for my favorite 12, 13, whatever. But, well, let's see. Well, one of the first pieces, and the reason I'm doing this is because, some of these pieces mean a lot to me just by who the people were that were with me when I did find them. But this is got a little spot on it there. I better lay it down here. It's probably easier to, maybe not. But anyhow, this piece here was one of the first pieces I ever found with Kenny King. And come out of 131 field. There's just a few select people that know where that is. Well, this one here also came while I was with Kenny and Crazy Flint. But this ear and this ear were both broke off, and I fixed those. But that also came out of the 131 fields. It's got some nice flakings, serrations, and that on it. Not a bad dog leg. I just wish it didn't have the doggone parts broke on it. You know, I really don't remember who I was with when I found this. I thought it was Crazy Flint, but I'm not sure. But this here, maybe not. It come out of the S field. And this one ear right there was broke off just a little bit. I'm sure you can tell, because I also repaired that. It's just hard to look at something that nice that is all busted to pieces. But then, well, I might as well go on down the line, because I got like 13 or 14 of them laying out here. It's hard to pick some favorites. This one here I just found a couple weeks ago. Found it down on the Ohio River, around Switzerland County, Indiana. Nice little intrusive mound. That thing is, man, that thing's super thin. And here's one of the first pieces that got me, well, I had just started posting on YouTube for not too long, and this was a creek find. And I believe this is Butler County, Ohio. I've been back to that creek a few times in the past, and haven't found anything. But as most of you know, I like to drop stuff. This thing here's got a tiny tip nick. I didn't have it 2 days, and was looking at it under the microscope, and was looking at this end to see if that was an ancient break or not, and bam, dropped it right down on the glass on the microscope. But at least it was mine. I believe this is I believe it's a Paleo Lance, because this thing is ground up to about right there on each side. Kind of tough to feel the grinding on the base. You can feel a little bit on this side here, and that's about it. But move on to this one. Amazingly enough, I did not fix this one, because I was hunting with Kenny one day out around his place, and it was early when we left. He had to leave for some reason, and I said, well, shoot, I'm going to stop back down here. And it was in Hamilton County, and corn was up about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot, and I found this and 2 brokes. and left the doggone camera in the car because I didn't expect to find anything really. I should have left it lay and go back and get it, but I didn't. But anyhow, that was a nice little find. This one here, I'm not sure what the type. It's not ground, but sure resembles a dovetail base. When I first started collecting, a buddy of mine that I fish tournaments with, he went with me and doesn't collect, but he likes to get out there and look. And he found this little son of a gun, and I looked over at him rubbing on a piece of rock, and he's just a rubbing, and I went to walking over towards him, and I said, "You got something?" He goes, "Well, I'm not sure." And he held his hand out, and this was in his hand. And I was like, "My gosh, man," I said, "You got a perforator." But he says, "Well, I don't have any use for a rock, so here, you can have it." But moving on to Mr. Bevel Blade was with me, and Tim, when I found this. And of course, it was broke. You can see that in the video. This ear and a little piece of the base was broke off. But like a few other ones, I couldn't stand it. Had to put that daggone ear and that piece of base on there. But that's one of the only lost lakes I ever found. Then another day, Bevel Blade and I were out at the same place up in Butler County, and here I seen this from about 20 feet away. I was like, "My gosh, this is almost like hunting Missouri." It was laying right out on top. And it's made of flint ridge. I don't know if I can. You can see a doggone big old quartz stripe going right through that thing. But that was a really nice find. And then well, Kenny and a buddy of mine, Danny, were hunting with me one day out. It was just barely across the Indiana line, and I seen this laying a ways off, and I kind of knew what it was as soon as I seen it. And Kenny was about 10 foot away. I was like, "Oh my gosh," I said, "Look over there." I said, "You see that?" And he was like, "What?" I said, "I'll go get it." And I went over and picked it up, come back over, and he goes, "Well, man, that's just a broken celt." Well, it may have been a broken celt at one time, I don't know. But it is now a genticulate preform. And this doggone thing, they're pretty rare, so I was real happy to find it. I just wish it would have been drilled. Then y'all probably remember this video. Found this at the pendant field, which it's called now because of finding a doggone pendant there. And we found several other pieces of work slate there. And I'll show you another piece of work slate that I just found this spring out there. And it was this broken birdstone. Doggone. I believe this was the tail, because this is totally worked across here. It's all sanded down all nice and smooth, and I think that's where the tail might have come up right off of there. And then of course the head's missing, and I will be back down there as soon as this corn's out of there, and I'll be looking for the rest of it. Hopefully it'll come to pass. But I'm going to throw a couple more in here. This one here, found in Hamilton County. I wasn't hunting too long, maybe 2 or 3 years when I found this thing. That doggone place used to put out some nice stuff, but I found a few dovetails after that were broken, and well, this is probably the nicest piece I've found down there. I'm saying this is a Decatur. It does have a little bit of a clipped base on it. And this doggone thing here, there's another one I haven't colored in. This is a Warren County find. I found that probably 2 or 3 years after I started hunting. Yeah, a place that is well known, but it's not the same field. It's not Nels, guys, but it's pretty close. But that in there came from Warren County, and then the last one I just found a few weeks ago. Oh, I already showed that. Okay, anyhow, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. I guess I got a little carried away. Alright, y'all take care, and I'll be looking forward to seeing some more of the favorite 12s. Alright, bye now. Thanks for looking and your comments. Bye-bye.